ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News for September 10th, 2015. Each week, or two in this case, we bring you the biggest talking points regarding Valve and the community. Those of you looking to get your hands on your very own HTC Vive by the end of the year may want to hold your expectations for the time being. As revealed by a press release last week, the Q4 2015 launch of the HTC Vive will actually be restricted to a limited release largely targeted at communities and developers, with the larger scale full public release coming in early 2016. It's not abundantly clear whether this was the plan all along or if HTC and Valve have had to push the full launch back somewhat in order to react to an unexpected level of demand or other circumstances. We just know it's a shame most people will have to wait even longer to get their hands on one. The same press release also revealed that Valve and HTC have received over 10,000 requests for developer kits, with over 80 different virtual reality games currently in production for the headset. While 10,000 requests is definitely a lot, it seemingly won't get much higher anytime soon, as we'll discuss in our next topic. Our good friends over at SteamDB also recently discovered that Valve have stopped accepting signups for the developer edition of the HTC Vive, as shown by the updated signup page. The updated page now simply reiterates this point before confirming that developers already signed up for the developer edition can still expect their devices to ship throughout what little summer we have left before continuing into the fall, right up until the Vive's official but still limited release around the holiday season as previously mentioned. This was likely done to give Valve and HTC a more fixed perspective on just how many developer editions will need to be shipped out prior to the first public launch, helping them construct a more concrete release schedule. As usual, we'll keep you posted in the run-up to the release. Speaking of Valve-made hardware, the Steam controller was recently made a little bit more enticing for those potentially interested. As announced on the Steam Controller Community Hub last week, current and future pre-orderers of the Steam controller will receive a free copy of Rocket League and Portal 2 to their associated Steam account, both of which should have been added to game libraries by September 4th, 2015. From what we've heard, the Steam controller is supposed to work quite nicely with both games, which is really saying something considering a certain someone writing this script may or may not have quite a lot of hands-on experience playing games with the Steam controller, but that's for another time. Rocket League's own recent successes on Steam were further celebrated by announcing that SteamOS and Mac versions of the game would soon be available, making it all the more obvious why this game in particular is now being so closely associated with the Steam controller. Obviously, this pre-order offer only extends to countries able to actually order the Steam controller, such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and certain parts of Western Europe. It's not clear if the deal will still be available to other regions of the world if and when the order pool expands. With the Gunmetal campaign for Team Fortress 2 quickly approaching its conclusion these past few weeks, Valve took the opportunity to implement a brand new feature relevant to those collecting the supposedly but not actually unique campaign weapon skins. With Valve being as data-driven as they are, it's no surprise that they're fully aware of just how many duplicate and spare weapon campaign passes owners have lying around, which the new trade-up system should help reduce somewhat. Like a similar item recycling mechanism in CSGO, the trade-up system allows TF2 players to input 10 select items of a set rarity in order to receive a single new item of one quality tier higher. This should help clear out a lot of the junk campaign pass owners have lying around, while also offering them the chance to get their hands on some nice rewards. The most recent updates for Team Fortress 2 also introduced the Gunmetal Cosmetic Case, a new case which drops exclusively to those with a campaign pass. The case, once opened, provides the player with the chance to receive one of 16 potential community-created cosmetic items, including this fine hunk of potassium. After a 5-month break, or hiatus, or whatever you want to call it, the latest issue in the now long-running Team Fortress comics series was finally released upon the world this past Monday. The 5th issue of the comic, titled Old Wounds, takes place several hours after the conclusion of issue 4, catching up with Red Team and their allies after they were captured by the Team Fortress Classic mercenaries during their visit to the lost underwater world of New Zealand. Yes, that actually happened. We're deep into the series now, and this latest issue is riddled with spoilers, so we won't go into any more detail about what happens in it or why, just know that a lot of people get really messed up. While this week's CSGO patch didn't really feature much more than a few uninteresting bug fixes and minor improvements to various maps and features, Counter-Strike fans still had something to look forward to, that is, as long as they're also fans of cool-looking merchandise. After the launch of CSGO's merchandise Steam Workshop page a while back, this past week saw We Love Fine release the first batch of community-created items, most of which include t-shirts alongside the occasional mousepad, hat, or scarf. All the currently released items retail for between $20 and $25, meaning there's now plenty of variety when you consider the Valve Store's own official merchandise. After over a year since it started, we more than likely concluded our mini-series covering the Android ports of Valve titles by taking a look at the recent release of Half-Life 2 Episode 2 onto Nvidia Shield. Like the 3 other games we've covered in previous Spotlight episodes, the Episode 2 Android port featured some hidden data leftovers from earlier in development, but things were a little different this time around. To take a closer look at what could very well be our last video on the subject, be sure to head on over and check out the video for yourself after I say... And that brings us to the end of this relatively diverse 2 weeks of Valve news. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch TV, and to join in with the conversations over on the ValveTime.net community forums. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.